Stop trying to game ChatGPT. I keep seeing people say, go to ChatGPT and ask it, what do you know about X business? Tell me about my friend's business. Well, what's that supposed to achieve? ChatGPT and all the other AI engines are not working the same way that they were with Google, blah, 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 that we've used for so long. What they're not ranking websites as such. They're not ranking business. They are filtering all the information they have about every single business in that niche, and they're coming up with the top recommendation for the specific person asking. So to be trying to game ChatGPT is not going to get you anywhere. It just does not work like that. So I think a lot of this misinformation, I don't want to use that word, misunderstanding about the way ChatGPT is working with regards to who it's going to recommend and who it's not, is that people are still stuck in this 2008 mindset where they're thinking the more times my brand gets mentioned, or the more times I post on social media, the more likely it is that ChatGPT is going to recommend me, because that is the marketing advice that we've been subjected to. And I'm going to use the word subjected to because for those of us that don't like social media, then it feels like we've been subjected to being told that that's what we should be doing. Right. So it's not working like that. It's not a hashtag campaign. It's not any of those things. So instead of asking ChatGPT whether it knows about your business, although that's a really good test for you to be doing, and you should absolutely do that to see what comes back, because frequently it's coming back with incorrect information or it has no idea what you were doing. Yesterday I was talking to someone who it's bringing information back, but the prices are out of date. The product in question is no longer being sold. So a better question is going to be, would the AI system have enough evidence to be able to recommend me confidently and accurately to the right people? So the foundations of that are going to be clear entities and structured data, good content, and it should be original here, because obviously you start churning out AI content, AI slop, then the AI machines, they're not, well, they are kind of stupid because they're just machines, but they know what's AI. They're not going to reference your AI stuff when they can churn it out themselves and cut out the middleman, which is you. And everything we're doing here is to get your service business, your coaching business, your consultancy recommended to the right client by ChatGPT. Doesn't matter. You don't want them to recommend you to everybody. You need them to recommend you to the person who needs that solution right now. Obviously, that's the thing you're selling. The other things you're looking at are consistent information. Now, it does help with the LLMs if you've got if your brand is consistent across all platforms that you're using. So I know it can be a real pain in the bum having to go and update a Pinterest profile that you created 2 years ago, or an Instagram profile. And I'm not saying that those are going to be referenced, because at the moment the AI machines aren't actually reading this social media stuff, but it likes consistency. It likes your legal stuff in place. It likes your company number if you're registered with your government for legal purposes and tax purposes. Then it likes to see that, because then it knows that you're trustworthy and you are who you say you are. All of these are trust signals, and this is nothing to do with gaming the system. This is simply you saying, I know what I'm talking about. I'm legal. I pay my taxes. I do what I say I do. And machines love facts, obviously. So don't spend your time trying to convince AI that you exist by, keep tapping away. Who am I? What am I doing here? That's an existential crisis. That is not a business visibility strategy for an AI era. Instead, concentrate on making your brand and your website and your business very understandable, very clear to the AI machines, and that is how you're going to get recommended. And it's a completely different strategy. This is no longer the pray and spray social media content strategy that we've seen in the past. And I'm not against content at all, but it does have to be very strategic, and you do have to put your personality into it, because I think what we're going to see now is more and more, because it's easy, isn't it? You can ask AI to churn out a blog post or a blog page. It's easy, but they're becoming awfully repetitive. And I think we're going to see a massive increase as the AI machines become more sophisticated. They're going to get better at highlighting the original copy, the one that is very much written by a human, even if it's not perfect human. Who is a perfect human? None of us are. So you need to be differentiating yourself here with a strategy that appeals to the humans, because that's what we've always done, but appeals to the machines. And don't mix up the two by using the machine strategy to appeal to the humans. So if you want to know how visible your website is to AI machines right now, then you can get my free website scan done. That you can find that at structuredaf.com/free. And it's going to take, well, a couple of seconds, and it's going to read the back end of your website, tell you what's going on, if there's anything amiss, and if there are any problems that you need to solve. Easy as that.